Hello, Best Sports, as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and number one in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
And that one misses.
And, you know, the Clippers were near the top of the league in most other offensive efficiency categories as well. Second in the league in field goal percentage, second in points per game at almost 107 per. That was a high-octane offensive group.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Hall. Durant with the steal. Oh, the rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Durant with the steal.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. He power surged that one down. Wow.
Good turn to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Clippers with the ball. Trailing by 2. It's stolen by Adams.
A bit of a wobbly start for him. Seems unable to keep a hold of the ball.
Yeah, that's 3 apple turnovers in the first quarter. Not a trend he wants to continue. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Last year, the Thunder were in a playoff battle all season, Clark. Their road record of 16-24, a big part of why they didn't sneak into the playoffs.
Well, when you're dealing with the kinds of injuries the Thunder had last year, it's impossible to be your best, and grinding out road wins is that much tougher.
Thunder have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And Durant, here we go. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And Griffin slams it in.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can still afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thunder on D. Stolen by Durant.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Redick. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff. You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And he gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2006?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Redick dishes to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Jordan. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Westbrook leading the charge. Shot's good from Mbah-a-Moute.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Durant, that's good.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Redick with the three. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the three and Ibaka the four. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Last season, the Clippers came away with the 3rd seed out west. They were very tough in conference and managed to get 37 of their 56 wins against Western Conference teams.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. As you said, for the Clippers, 37 wins last year against the rest of the West. That total was the second most against the rest of the West among any team in the league. Trailed only Golden State in that regard.
And you know what? They played the top West teams tough as well. One of only 3 Western Conference teams to be over 500 against the rest of the playoff teams from the West.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Waiters, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Paul. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Griffin with the steal. It's tipped. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Crawford leading the charge. And they get it back. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. And we play through the first minute here in the second. Johnson, the pass to Crawford. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Oklahoma City shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Now the Clippers moving it up. Paul with the ball. Thunder with the rebound. Durant with it. He's picked up by Paul. Raiders on the wing. Here's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
To the paint. Durant.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Stolen by Waiters. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Free throw good, Jordan. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Oh! Did you see that?
Whoa!
Man, oh, man.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. It caught the defense totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
Griffin dishes to Jordan. And Baamute with it. Guarded now by Durant. Was shot by Redick. No good.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
For 3, Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. Clippers trail by 11. Here is Baamute. Ibaka with some nice D. And then Durant with the dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Passes to Redick. Picked by Griffin. Jordan kicks to Redick. All up top. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Westbrook. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Jordan. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich is checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Rivers in for Paul. And Westbrook, here we go. Pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Kevin Durant taking 2 shots.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And so he hits both. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Rivers kicks to Redick. And that time, also a missed shot.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. Durant for 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Oklahoma. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters. But I'd love to see him try.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah a Moute in the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jordan the pass to Reddick. Westbrook with the block. It's tipped. Baamute with the steal. And Griffin slams it in.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home. His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games in Staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
First free throw is good.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time.
Oh! Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right. And caught the defense totally off guard.
Hey, guys, how about his coach? Looked like his heart was in his throat there for a second. Now, though, he's able to smile. More of a smile of relief.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got 28.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. Ibaka against Griffin. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Defender a little heavy.
Oh, wow. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Poked loose. Baamute with the steal. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Reddick dishes to Griffin. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, and really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Griffin. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
They set the pick. Westbrook double team. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. It's stolen by Adams. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Second shot opportunity. Durant the pass tomorrow. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
He hits the second from the line. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. To the wing right side. Got a piece of it. Paul dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. Here's Jordan. Power down with both hands.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Westbrook drives in. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Clippers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Top of the key, Griffin. To the inside. It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Good work defensively by Paul. Takes a three. And the basket good. Paul's got 9.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Thunder up 19. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. And it's Westbrook in at the point.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
They get it again. Jordan. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Durant the pass to Westbrook. Right wing. Morrow, that's a 2-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 20. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Down low. He's looking for Rivers and finds him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
That's his second personal foul.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Durant for 3.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Johnson can't get it to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. Deflects the pass. Crawford with the steal. Finish off the break.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
The dish to Durant. Out left to the wing. Morrow the pass to Adams. Outside for Durant. 6 to shoot. And the basket by Morrow.
Assisted, Kevin Durant.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Rivers with it. Westbrook picks him up. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Pierce comes in for Johnson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. And the Clippers call time here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Bahamute's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Oklahoma City, Cantor checked in for Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Payne. He's guarded by Mbamute. Screen by Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Here's Payne. Drains the three-pointer. And the Thunder lead by 21.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
And it's Paul penetrating. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Durant kicks to Waiters. The three-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Thunder.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Russell Westbrook. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Durant for 3. The shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
You know, you work hard all season, Greg, to try and get into the playoffs, then get a favorable first-round matchup. How about the Clippers last year? Followed those steps. They're rewarded with the first-round matchup against the defending champions of the league, the San Antonio Spurs.
And not only were the Spurs the defending champions, but they came in playing terrific basketball down the stretch, which is kind of what they are noted for. And the Clippers, though, did well, even though that was the case.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Was shot by Redick, no good. Outside Durant. Here's Payne. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them.